Okay, page 165. Cupid's Cupcakes keeps a daily record of the cupcakes sold by flavor. The bar graph displays the daily sales for a Monday. How many German chocolate did they sell? Page 165.
35.
Thank you. They sold 35 German chocolate. Birthday cupcakes.
120.
Red velvet.
100.
Chocolate.
80.
And vanilla.
45.
Okay, y'all aren't ready for my help. Y'all don't need it because you're talking right now. So let me stop talking so you can proceed. What do I need to do once I've written all the numbers on those bars? I need to add them. $120 plus 100 is $220. Plus 35 is $255. Plus 80 is $335. Plus another 45. Let me write this down because I've forgotten already. We sure did. I don't think I finished it this morning. 0, 8, 3. I did this whole problem this morning in tutorial. Okay, let me go over it one more time just to double check and be sure. 380 is my total. Did somebody get something different? All right. 380 cupcakes. Or you keep digging in your backpack. Based on the data in the graph, which conclusion is supported? Approximately 41% of cupcake sales are red velvet. How do I find out the sales that were red velvet? A proportion. Proportion. It starts with the P. We were close. Okay, what do I need in my proportion? Total of what? Total, and then what are they asking about? Red velvet. So 380 are red velvet, which is 100. Then what? What goes on the other side? It's talking about a percent. 41 over 100, because percent's out of 100. What can I do with this 100 and 380? What can I do with this 100 and 380? Get rid of the zeros to simplify. I simplify by getting rid of the zeros. I have 10 over 38. What else can I do with 10 over 38 before I try and cross multiply? Simplify. What do I get? 5/19. Now I'm going to TiVo. Cross multiply, then divide. 5 times 119 times. And I need to check to see if they're what? The same or very close. What's 5 times 100?
500.
And then 19 times 41. 9 times 1. 9 times 4. 1 times 41. 9 plus 0. 6 plus 1. And 7 over there. 779. Is that remotely close to 500? Nope. This is not true. Not even approximate. The ratio of birthday cupcakes sold to chocolate cupcakes is 2 to 3. What do I need? A proportion. Who goes in it? Who and who? 2 to 3. And who else? How many birthday? How many chocolate?
80.
Is this relationship the same? What's 2 times 80? And what's 3 times 120? Say it louder. 360. Are these the same? Absolutely not. Not even close again. Sales of vanilla and German chocolate represent 20% of the total sales. What's vanilla?
45.
And what's German chocolate?
38.
35.
Or 35.
How much is how many cupcakes is that? 80 out of what? Out of 380. What can I do with the zeros? 8 out of 38 is simplified to what? 4/19. Then I want this to be 20%. So 100 over here and 20 over here. Stop me when I'm doing something wrong. What's 4 times 100? And what's 19 times 20? We've done 19 times 2 twice now, or a fact, 380. There we go. Good. Those are kind of close. So we'll hold on to letter C. Those are close by 20. These are off by 200. These are off by 279. So these are way off. These are way off. These are kind of close. Let's see what they're talking about on letter D. Half of the total sales are from chocolate and red velvet. How much is chocolate? Bless you. How much is red velvet? How much? 100. If I combine those, I get 180 out of what? Simplify. 18 out of 38. Then what? Is this about half? It kind of is, because if I go up 1, it'll be 10 out of 20. But do they use the word about or approximate here for letter D? Do they use about or approximate in the letter C? They use about. So this is more valid of an answer, because this is exactly 1/2 and this is not true. This is going to be like 0.48 or 0.49. Okay, on Tuesday, there's a lot to do on this part. Tuesday, Cupid's Cupcake sold 10% more red velvet, a quarter less chocolate, and 15 more German chocolate cupcakes. And the same numbers of the other flavors as were sold on Monday. How many total were sold on Tuesday? Let's start with red velvet. How do I find 10% of a number? How many red velvets are there? 100. What do I need? 10% of 100. This should be done off the top of your head. It's 10. So then 10% more on Tuesday would be what? 110. Red velvet is 110. A quarter less of chocolate. So chocolate, a quarter of how much chocolate? 80. And then I want less. How? How? What's a quarter? 25% or divided by? 4. Ma'am, I need you to pay attention. All the important stuff is this way. You facing this way. There ain't nothing going on back there. You good? You writing this down? What's a quarter of 80? A quarter of 80. 20. If I take the quarter off, now I have 60. That's chocolate. 15 more German chocolate. How many did I start with? How many did I start with? Then I'm going to add 15. Now I have 50. So, chocolate is 60. German chocolate is 50. Birthday is 120. And vanilla is 45. What do I need to do? All of these cupcakes now. Add them up. Write it down. Don't shout it out. So we can move on. Bernard uses a dot plot to display the bonus points he receives on different assessments. What do I need to do with these dots? Add them up. Come on, y'all. Wake up. How many do I have altogether? 12 dots. On what percent of his assessment does Bernard receive either 4 or 6 bonus points? I'm looking at 4 and 6. What is that? 4 out of 12. If we're talking probability, I need a fraction. 1/3. You should know what this is as a percent. We converted those back in August and September. Okay, moving on. The circle graph shows the percentage of students who earned an A, B, C, or F on the most recent history test. If 5 students earned an A, I definitely did this morning. How many total students are represented in the graph? What do I have to do? I don't know the total though. I'm trying to find the total. How many total? What do I know? 5 is 10%. So how do I represent that? How do I represent that mathematically? A what? What have I been doing on most of these questions? Making a proportion, which is 2 equal fractions or ratios. Okay, what do I know? 5 students, then what? 5 students what? 5 got an A and it equals 10%. Percent what? 10% out of what? Out of 100%. What do I not know? I don't know this total over here. What can I do over here? Five is 1/10 of what? Cross multiply, then divide. Pardon? You can, but not everybody can because they don't know where to start, where to place it, and what to do, and what's even going on. So I have to break it down. Next page, 166.